What's up, all my money makers, my honey boo bears, and my cousins, This video is for entertainment purposes only, and everything that I say in this video is all alleged. So look here, I was just going through some of my old stuff, trying to find something that I'm trying to find, and I come across this, and I'm like, I need to put this back out there. But people want to hear about it, baby. So I just want y'all to see that we've been sitting here for 8 years looking for answers. When Teresa told us 11 minutes after she ran out that hotel what happened, how it went, and we should just said, okay, case closed, and packed up and went on back home and finished living our lives and not worried about this, because this is the narrative that she spent. Back then, content creators got their ass drug in the mud if they said something about this lady. And I was one of the main ones that y'all like to talk shit about for talking shit about this lady. And now, here we are 8 years later, and y'all seeing all these meltdowns, crash outs throughout the years, through the last weeks, right before Thanksgiving, just all kind of foolishness going on, when we should have just listened to her off top and just went on about our life. Now I want y'all to sit back and listen to this video. I'm gonna try not to interrupt it a lot, unless I just need to interject with some shit that we know in the now that I can add to it. I ain't taking nothing away from it. I didn't even watch this whole video in its entirety, so midway towards the end, I have no idea what I'm saying. So we all gonna sit here and look at this together, because as I go back and watch some of my older stuff, it just brings things back to memory. So let's get to the video. If you feel my mind, call me all night long. Try to give you hints in the heart. Thank y'all for y'all prayers. I just want y'all to know my baby dead. Thank y'all. I thank y'all for y'all prayers, but my fucking baby is dead. But guess what? But God. It's okay. It's okay. And for the record, no, didn't nobody do nothing to her, y'all. Didn't nobody do nothing to her. Ain't nobody do nothing to her. She was left at the party, but didn't nobody set up or nothing. She was found at this hotel right here. We all know she's about to say the hospital. We all know the stories and allegations that we heard about it being an ambulance and about that girl going to the hospital. It wasn't really much we could dig up to put out to give some factual tea on that. So I really didn't push the issue. I tried to just present what was presented to us, that I could show you where I got the shit from. So I just want to remind y'all, we heard all that too, when the streets were streeting back in the day, baby. In a freezer. My baby dead. Thank y'all once again. I love y'all. Peace. And we should have just said, all right, time to go, and just left it at that and just went the fuck on. Shouldn't have even went out there trying to protest, march, or nothing. Just should have left that shit at that. Okay, now I'm finna start talking, and like I said, I'm gonna let it play. And I know I'm gonna say this in here, but it wasn't like the video that I had did before this one. But y'all notice how quiet it was. And even after she stopped talking and it was just playing for them few little seconds, you still didn't hear nobody screaming, nobody hollering, nobody nothing. Like, it was too quiet. Let's go ahead.
Also ran out of space, got cut off. So if you have not seen part 1, when I was talking about Teresa was giving y'all her monologue, Now, I feel like, this mess was scripted. And I was on the part when she was saying, my fucking baby's dead. That was like scripted to me. But at the same time, this is what I don't get. I don't get how in 11 minutes this lady just solved the case. Like, she straight up, open, close, boom, it's done. Now let's take this. We're gonna keep it Kenneka. So keeping it Kenneka, she said nobody did anything to her. Kenneka walked in that freezer. They found her in the freezer. She was left at the party. Like, nobody did nothing to her. Like, thank y'all. Love y'all. Peace. You know what I'm saying? So I'm sitting here like, what? In 11 minutes, you figured all that out? But yet, here it is, almost 3 years later, and you still sitting up here with this foolery?
Here we is 8 years later, and she's still out here with this foolery.
In 11 minutes, you already done had everything worked out. What happened, honey? Like, why did it change up? Like, why did it go from nobody did anything to her? She was found here somewhere, but she said the hotel. But she was found in the freezer, and nobody did anything to her. Like, nothing happened to her, y'all. She was just found in the freezer. She was just in the freezer. She just was in the freezer, chilling and shit. So then it go to like show us a taste of real tapes. So if nothing happened to her and no one did anything to her, then the taste would only show her walking in the freezer. Duh. I mean, like, damn.
But instead, we got footage that show all kind of rigmarole throughout the hallways, edited shit. The timestamps don't match, or this timestamp they put out early on. You go back 2 weeks later, they done changed the timestamp. Now you looking like, damn. Then you go back to your old video, see you ain't tripping, man. It was all kind of fuckery going on with the videos that they put out.
It only took you 11 minutes to solve this, so now why you acting like duh?
And ain't even seen the footage at this time and had already done solved this shit in a nutshell. Ain't seen nothing. Just clearly had just ran out that hotel. Teresa, you got some explaining to do.
Like, for real. You acting like duh. Because according to Teresa, that figured all this out in 11 minutes from the time she came out of there looking at the body to the time she went live in front of the hotel, which looked like she was like across the street. We're going to go back, and I'm going to go back and do the math, and I'm going to make sure this is 11 minutes. Because, like I said, I heard it through the grapevine. So,
Y'all
this was like somebody,
I
think it was on somebody's video. I don't know. But anyway, shout outs to whoever it was, said it. So, in 11 minutes, she ran out, dropped down, asked for strength, got strength, straightened herself up, got away from everybody that ran out to where it was real quiet out there, and went live and had time to figure it out that nobody did anything to her. They just left her at the party, and she went in the freezer. She was found in the freezer, like nobody did anything to her. Nothing happened to her. Boom, case closed. Like, that's...
And we should have walked the fuck away. Shouldn't have never got on this bullshit.
See, that's all. Nothing else to see here. That's all, folks.
All of y'all say, oh, I can't do this, I can't do that. We tried by faith. 8 days after that, another situation went on. And before then, My job, it was taken away. When I say a female virgin of Job, y'all study that. Study Job in the Bible and some of the things. The only thing, he was rich, I wasn't. So y'all gonna do whatever y'all say or feel, whatever, but guess what? I love y'all. Through it all, I still trusted God. Then here come my baby. Y'all saw me running out that hotel. And when I ran out that hotel, I can remember nothing. Only thing I could do is run and drop to my knees.
So is that why we got so much bullshit? Because you had caught amnesia or something? You couldn't remember shit? Can you remember now? Because you out here wigging out like you really got some shit to say. Can you remember now?
No, I needed some help. And I know couldn't no man, no woman, no nothing help me. I ran out that hotel and I dropped to my knees. And I told my God, but God, God, I need you. I said, because this right here is too heavy for me to carry. I said, you said you would never leave me nor forsake me. I need help. Yeah. And when I told my God, but God said, God sent me angels. He sent me true warriors. See, the devil, he was once an angel himself.
But turn around and say she feel like the hotel did something.
To me, I feel like they helped kill my child. The police department and this hotel.
Show me the tapes, the real tapes.
So at this point, I'm talking about, what was we supposed to believe? The mother? The streets? The hotel? The activists? Our own research? Because this lady was giving signs of bipolar disorder. Like, she is really wishy-washy. 1 minute is this, 1 minute is that, 1 minute is they did, 1 minute is didn't nobody do nothing, 1 minute is I believe they had something to do with it, next minute, no, don't say that. Like, what it is, it ain't adding up.
You know, like, what? I don't get it. Now, she said in the 911 call that, you know, the friends gave her 2-3 stories.
Okay, let me fix that. In the 911 call, she said that they left the girl down in the lobby. Then later, she came back and was like, they gave her another version of the story of what happened later.
Then she come back when she believed them babies. We're going to get to that. But I'm just saying, I got to, you know, tell y'all some of the stuff that she did afterwards. Like, did she question her own PR work in them 11 minutes? Because according to her, nothing happened. So why do you need the tapes? To show you that she just walked in there? Because that's what you said. You know? That was the narrative that you was pushing. Nothing happened.
Because if nothing happened, then that means back there in that room when you was back there all them hours, they done gave you the rundown on what they think. You know, did they show you something? Like, I never did figure out why you ran straight out that damn building talking that bullshit like she was just left at the party. Like, what the fuck? You know, like, then we was just on emotions. And, you know, as soon as we got on it, it was like sleep deprived. I don't think a lot of us was really thinking straight. You know, we just like caught up in emotions, like this some fucked up shit. Like, you know, what the world coming to, you know, we just in disbelief that this kind of shit's happening. Not saying that it wasn't cases going on showing you how fucked up the world is already, but this shit right here just took everybody I'm talking about this was like a nationwide sweep. That's why we felt like this was some type of social experiment or some shit. And now they done activated this button again 8 years later, and here our asses go all over again with this fuck shit.
And you determined all that in 11 minutes.
And we should have walked away in
And
them
see,
11 minutes.
That go back to that post. When I was saying, you know, like, to me, it felt like she was being selfish. It wasn't about Kenneka. But we gonna keep it Kenneka. Because
I'm telling y'all, I've been feeling for a long time, they ain't really fuck with Kenneka for real. Like, over the 8 years, we ain't never really seen no emotion from this family pertaining to what happened to Kenneka. And then you got to ask yourself why. You know, did they know beforehand? Because there's a lot of shit out there that kind of gives you the sense that this happened on another date, like a week before. Then it was a lot of bullshit that made this shit seem fake and scripted. Now, when this lady's sister died, she couldn't even talk 2 seconds without breaking down. But lady, you can go 8 fucking years and ain't had no emotion behind what happened with your daughter. And then we ain't supposed to believe the shit that they were saying about you was jealous of her because them dudes wanted her. I mean, like, come on, be for real. This shit was crazy.
because even in this live, it wasn't about Kenneka. That was about her, man.
And like I told y'all, when she made that post was hours after they supposed to been left at hotel getting it, finding out from them girls and stuff, and they was going up there trying to see if they could find, you know what I'm saying? Because that was that morning. And so this just a few hours after they should have been out there doing the footwork. Looking, I feel like that post should have came out dump. The first post you made was, hey, y'all, my baby missing. She was at this hotel. If y'all was at that party and know anything, please contact me. Here go my number. Attention, missing, height, weight, eye color, hair color, what she had on, who she was last with, where she was last seen. You got on there with that rigmarole that you just had put up. Girl,
It was
man,
about
get out of
her
here. Get
and
the
the
fuck out of here.
subliminal that she was trying to give to whoever she was talking to. I told y'all, like a year or two ago, that she don't be talking to us as like people that's looking in on the case and supporters and, you know, J4Kers or whatever have you. She ain't talking to us. She talking to whoever that, you know, called the shots, who organized this. It's like she talking to like what can we, for lack of better words, say the elites of the Kenneka situation. You know what I'm saying? Because this live was manipulative and selfish too, just like that post.
And it set the narrative and set the tone for all the fuckery that fell behind it. Because there was some shit, looking at it now, like, you didn't even have to say. Like, why would you even say that? Like, what made you run out there and say that? Is that what you got when you got up off of your knees to your but God? Because this shit all fucked up still is, was then, is now, probably will be for a long time until shit when somebody just go and put the shit out there. And then with so much of this AI shit, like, who finna believe that shit now?
You know? And here it is. She just dictated the whole thing. And that was like about 2 minutes. Like, boom, boom. Like, nothing happened here. Like, go ahead.
And we should have went the
So
fuck
if
out
that's
too.
how you felt after 11 minutes, then why are we here almost 3 years later with you and all these shenanigans? Because you then later came back and said things, insinuating that things happen. But here it is off the jump. And I'm saying this is what we had to go on in the beginning.
And I'm telling y'all, the ones that just coming on here, I've never heard of this case. And baby, you 8 years too late. Because all the fuckery that we went through, ain't nobody really trying to dig into that shit no more. We can tell you what we went through. That's all it is to tell. Shit, it ain't what we doing now. Because what justice would it be? Some I told you so's, we figured that shit, we knew that shit. Motherfuckers get mad and motherfuckers again, like, what are we doing here? And that's why it's still in play that this shit is a whole social experiment. Like it is a emotional experiment. I don't know what the fuck going on, but I ain't trying to get warped back in that shit in that time zone no more for another 8 years. I give y'all a couple more days or maybe a month just because I got a lot of shit to dig through to put together what I want to put together and say fuck that shit. But it's like from day one, this lady knew. It's like on the 6th, they knew. Cause when I get rich, niece, oh, they ain't gotta know all that. Like, fuck you mean? And then I'm telling y'all the post that parentheses Lamont posted on the 6th tagging Teresa about don't do some shit you will never regret it type shit. I don't remember, but like it was some fuck shit. The ticket on the 6th, it was a lot of shit pertaining to the motherfucking 6th that seemed like foreshadowed what happened that upcoming weekend. We went through a lot of fuckery. We went through a lot of mind-boggling moments where we had to sit here and really check ourselves like, you know better than this shit. Why are you even falling for this when this ain't even scientifically, forensically, logically correct?
So when you got people like me that side-eye her or just, keep a Kenneka, then
it's a problem.
What's the problem?
Cause baby, y'all drug my ass through the mud for talking about this woman. I'm talking about every time y'all talk so much shit to me back in the day for just pointing out this same shit. These the very videos that I got my ass drug in the mud for. That shit made sense to me then. That shit still makes sense to me now. Like, what the fuck?
Dealt with this foolery. This is some of the stuff that made us look twice at her. Because it would go from like, oh man, this is so sad to like, wait a minute. Wait. Did she just say some 2 days ago? And now she's saying, like, it's a lot of like schizophrenic and bipolar
clock it
symptoms in this lady. And it takes one to know one.
Clock it.
I go through all that. So like they say, real recognize real. Crazy recognize crazy.
Clock it.
Like for real. How? You can't do that. You can't sit here and tell us nothing happened and really just want us, like to go on about our business. But then you come back
should have did that though.
And say something happened. Because I was like, if Teresa say this her baby in this highway, then I'm going to leave it alone. This her baby in this highway. And what really like surprised me, because it was just in a matter of after I downloaded it she had to make that public announcement. And I was like, I really felt some type of way about it. Because I was like, they came too soon. Like, I literally just said, if she say this, then I'm leaving.
And for y'all don't understand, it was like every time I post something, she'll come say something. And then it was like one time, I was like, she talking to me? Like, is she responding to what I just said? And she done this like over the years. Like, spazzed out so hard on me one time. She tagged me, made the shit, blocked me. Cause I was on her ass. Doing the same thing that I'm doing now. Just showing y'all how the fuck she fucked a lot of shit up for this case. Cause she ain't give a fuck in my opinion. Like, she ain't never fuck with Kenneka for real. And that's the shit that pissed me off. Because baby girl, I came out here for you and your child. I ain't know y'all know who the fuck a Kenneka was until Keela Brown ass got on there with that live. Had everybody running over here trying to look through some motherfucking glasses. I was in here minding my own business. And then for you to just be out here with this weird ass shit, that's the shit that started pissing some of us off. Like, what the fuck are you doing? It seemed like everybody else did more that never even met that girl in her life than a motherfucker that claimed they birthed her. The fuck?
No. But it came too soon. Like, that's just what I've been needing. Somebody to say, no, 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 no. Because I know in 2017, when that first clip that we got of Kenneka walking in the hallway hit, I know everybody first thought was, that girl too thick. And word for word, I mean, that was my exact thoughts. I would never.
Then, after that, what we get? All these motherfucking lookalikes. 50,000 of them motherfuckers. Every time you turn around, here go a motherfucker looking like Kenneka. They calling her the wrong names. I mean, everybody was fucking up. Everybody's shit was switching up. You got them on this clip saying one thing, then you got them on this clip trying to repeat that, and then it's still switched up until they finally got to something that they can remember and keep repeating over and over and over type shit.
Forget it. I said, that girl too thick. You know what I'm saying? But then she come back and said that it was her. That's kind of crazy.
And hardly nobody believed this shit. Nobody believed it because the bullshit that Rosemont and the news and the police and his family and shit was doing, we ain't know what to fucking believe. We had to really just trust our own instincts and see what we saw, and had to just try to eat the fish and throw away the fucking bones. They gave us a lot of bullshit. All that shit they gave us and gave us nothing. We still 8 years later got more questions than we do answers.
But nothing happened. So if nothing happened, why the fuck is we still here?
Clock it.
And a lot of the stuff that we go off of is stuff that, you know, Teresa said.
Clock it.
It's stuff that she said. And then she switched up the game so much, and she wonder why some people just talk about her. Because, lady, you confusing. You confused. Like, you be forgetting that you say certain stuff, like you go off script. See, that's why they start keeping somebody beside you. My opinion, speculation. But, you know, to keep you at bay and stay on track at what you supposed to say. Because to me, this is all scripted. So when you got people saying that this is fake, hey, stuff like this is why. Stuff like this is really why. Because 11 minutes after you got the news, you had to solve that. Nothing happened. Nobody did nothing to her. You could tell all of that from like 20 feet away. You could tell all of that from just walking in the freezer.
When I say 20 feet away, I'm talking about when they went down in the kitchen area and Kenneka was on the stretcher and they just stood there calm. I'd have tore that motherfucking kitchen up. Unzip my baby. Unhand me right motherfucking now. The fuck?
You could tell all of that just by seeing where the cameras was positioned at. You could tell all of that by playing patty cake out there in the hallway with the policeman.
Clock it.
You could tell all of that because you got the little brown bag in your pocket that the police gave you. What that was. Because I don't think it was the jury. Speculation, I know.
Allegedly.
But I'm just saying, you could tell all of that from that. Like nothing happened. So if nothing happened, why we still talking about this? Why?
And then she wonder why we look at her stupid. Or she'll say shit like we turned our backs on her. No, bitch, no. You was doing dumbass shit. Of course we can't tell nobody how to grieve. But it was a lot of parents out there that just expected different emotions and different actions that you never gave. So at one point, after you done been caught in so many lies and switching up on the people that was really out there for you, who hearts you had in the palm of your hand, we couldn't take shit you said to be the truth either. Because we saw that you was full of shit.
Why you come back later talking about some justice?
At least I did anyway.
You gave her justice that morning when you said nothing happened. Like, she clumsy. Y'all don't even know her. Like, she clumsy and stuff. She do stuff like this all the time. We've been trying to tell her, she needs to stop. She got narcolepsy and stuff. She must have just fell asleep in there. It was just, didn't nobody did nothing to her.
Because the shit you said, that's what it was giving. It was giving like, oh, this typical Kenneka. It was bound to fucking happen. Energy. That's what you was giving. That's the shit you still give.
No, we wasn't expecting it to be this, but we knew she was gonna get hurt or something because she just was too out of it. She just was a dingy little girl. Something like that. So nothing happened. Nothing at all. They ain't do nothing. They ain't do nothing to my baby.
Clock.
None of them 30, 40 people in that room did anything to my baby. They didn't even lose her. She just got up because she was drunk and she just bounced all over that hotel.
And then they just left her. They left her at the hotel.
Yeah, and ping pong her ass right on in that freezer. They ain't do nothing. Even Shy had to contest to that. But they ain't do nothing. I'm just saying, so when we go in on her, this is why. Because this is the type of fuckery that we got in the beginning. And we gonna keep on, talking about this fuckery. I really don't want these videos to be that long, but I got a lot of stuff to say, so we just gonna break it down in little parts. And, we gonna pick up where we left off right here. It's gonna wind up being like a whole little
shit show. That's what it wind up being. A whole little shit show. So it's just crazy. Like I said, that we just still here 8 years later. And then all these new people come on here. And then they go get the old content creator shit and put it out and act like these is the theories that they create. It's just a dumb shit. Dumb shit. Y'all would never have what we have. Those that was on this shit from 2017 could pull up some shit that you would never find in this case, because it does not exist anymore, because they done snatched it down. And we was quick enough to grab it before they start changing up a lot of shit. Like the one girl that actually called the first news clip that had the people floating through, they snatched that shit down so fast, then threw up another one. Y'all won't experience that type of fuckery. Y'all would never know the emotions, the time, the tears, the sweat, just losing just a lot of shit in life focused on this case. You damn near lost yourself. So that shit is crazy. But anyway, I'ma let y'all go. Get on down in the comments and do y'all thing. Talk y'all shit, pop y'all shit. I want to hear what you got to say. And you already know, if you here at this point in the video, get down in the comments and say, hey girl, hey. Share this shit. Like this shit. And you already know this your girl MoniStackz, and I'm signing out. Smooches. Peace.